So I'm gonna pull in here real quick so we can take a quick chat. These guys are probably like, what the heck is the news doing here? Don't worry, we're here. And then we're not. Because I'm not sticking around, don't worry about it. Okay, let's pull up Tony's email real quick so we can talk about exactly what Tony wanted us to get results for him for. So what are the rules for the two lights? What are the rules for the two lights on Landstreet and Orange Avenue? Can I proceed through the first light after I stop to make my right-hand turn? Okay. So in order for me to figure this out, we need to hit all four corners of this intersection. So we're already here. We're at Landstreet and Orange Avenue. We are facing eastbound. So we're facing Orange Avenue, and Orange Blossom Trail is behind me. I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of a reference. Let's go hit this intersection. Let's drive around it a little bit and see maybe what Tony's talking about. If we have to, we'll get out. I don't think we will. And let's check this out. So we're gonna come out on here on Landstreet, eastbound, approaching Orange Avenue. Talks about a traffic light. So when we first approach eastbound Landstreet, approaching Orange Avenue here, you've got to remember something. There are two different traffic lights here. You have a first one that is right here in front of the railroad tracks, meaning this traffic light and the stop bar that's located right beneath it is where you should be stopping. You don't proceed through this one as a stop sign and then to the next one as an actual traffic signal. Both of these would be required to be treated as individual stops. So first one here at the, and I don't know yet if they work in sync with each other, but what I'm saying is if this first one here at the railroad crossing is red, and say the other one at Orange would be green, you would be required to stay right here at this red light and stop here on red. And now that we're looking a little closer, if you look to the right side here, there's so much safety equipment posted. So you have a stop here on red that is posted there with an arrow to the ground at the stop bar for that red light. Then you have 110 feet between tracks and highway, meaning they don't want you to proceed through this because there's not much room. So both these lights went green at the same time. Mine's a green straight arrow. We're going to continue through here. Do not stop on the tracks, obviously, but hey, some of us need signs. We're going to go and make this right here because I want to see what else maybe he's talking about. So eastbound clear, we've just explained that. We're going to go ahead south on Orange Avenue from Landstreet. I'm going to go up a little further and we'll hang a U-turn down the road here. I just don't want to do it by the dump truck so that he has or she has enough room to make sure that they can maneuver that truck. That's a lot of things we don't think about. The teamwork. I've been harping on teamwork a lot since being on patrol with you guys. It's a new thing that kind of came to my head because being in the studio, I talk with you guys a lot about what's currently happening, but being out on the road, I can show you what the lack of teamwork does. And I'm glad you guys are for the ride. So let's pull a U-turn and let's head north here along Orange Avenue to Landstreet and see maybe if northbound is what Tony was talking about. Now, Tony, I believe, was truly talking about that eastbound portion there, which can be a little confusing. So that's okay. We're here. It's a segment, and I'm here for you guys. So let's check it out. Northbound, all right? We want to make a right. This is your basic kind of traffic situation, right? So one single light. It is a solid red. I must come to a complete stop. You saw the car rock there. Turning signal on, and I'm going to go ahead and make my right-hand turn. We're in the clear. We're good to go. That was a simple one. Northbound Orange Avenue, approaching Landstreet. So now let's approach it from the westbound side and see what we've got. I'm going to come up over here towards a business, make sure that I can properly make a U-turn safely, wait for these cars. We're in no rush, right? It is absolutely gorgeous outside, but so hot. My gosh. Oh, I forgot to turn the computer on, sorry. think it's on. All right, let's move, make a U-turn. Right here. Check this out real quick. Okay, so now we are westbound on Landstreet, approaching Orange Avenue. Tony had questions about right turns. This is another basic approach. This is as easy as it gets, y'all. You come here westbound, you're in the right turning lane. This is a simple one. I like it because it's simple. Complete stop. Can I make my right? I don't have those left side cameras just yet, but Tyler's gonna get them for us soon. And left is clear, right, complete stop. I'm gonna make my right turn. No signs saying I can't. Traffic was good, so let's continue on. All right, let's go up further and let's approach Tony's intersection from the southbound lanes. Not a real safe place to make a U-turn here, so I'm gonna wait for an opening, and I think I found one right here. So we'll make a U-turn here after this Honda Civic approaches us and approach it from southbound and see what we got. Or have, excuse me. I'm not an English major, y'all. Okay, so southbound, I believe this is gonna be as basic as it comes from the southbound side, because I think we hit Tony's question. I really think we got it. So another one here. This one's tricky, and I want you to see it. So as we come southbound on Orange Avenue, it seems normal, right? We want to make a right on Landstreet to head west. There is a possible sign that says no turn on red. So that sign is clear. If Landstreet's clear, I can make my right. Of course, if that had said no right turn, then I would have to stop right there. All right, so I think we found Tony's spot on the nose here. So I'm gonna turn around because I wanna observe this intersection from a safe location in which we can kind of see everything. So I'm gonna make another U-turn, head back over there. We'll sit and monitor it for a second just to see, hey, does everybody else get it? Or does Tony got a point here? And I think he does. Just because we know how people are when they're not paying attention. We know things can get confusing when you're on your way to work and we forget to look at a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm gonna pull over here on the shoulder so we can see this intersection, monitor this intersection for just maybe a few moments here and check it out. Stand by. All right, so we are now here monitoring this traffic light. Sun's in our face, y'all, and I'm really sorry about that. And this is, I'm convinced at this point, this is where Tony's talking about. So he's talking about, get my bearings, turn this AC up, my gosh. He is talking about eastbound Landstreet as you approach the Orange Avenue railroad tracks here, and as traffic's moving here, you can see there are two separate traffic lights, and they now, I can see, work in sync with each other, meaning both traffic lights are going to do about the same thing when it comes to your through lanes, but your turning lanes do work in conjunction with traffic. I know it's hard to explain this. So two different traffic lights. As you approach the railroad tracks, you must obey each traffic light as it shows up. So, kind of as the impact happens, that's when you deal with it. Don't worry about the second traffic light. So as you approach the first one, if it's red, you've got to stop. There are signs on the side there that say, please stop right here. And then there's even a warning to say, look, there's only 110 feet between this traffic light and the next. This is not a stop and then proceed. This is a traffic light. You are to stop. When it goes green, cross over the railroad tracks if you have the space. And if that next traffic light is red, you got to do the same thing. Treat it as a red light. Make a complete stop. If no signs or traffic otherwise indicates that you can't do it, then you can make your right-hand turn. So, I think we got that one pretty much down packed. This was a good one, Tony. I appreciate you, brother. If you've got not only a traffic safety question, but a situation, something you just want me to look at, I need you to reach out to me. I want to know. I don't care if you're in Palm Coast, Palm Bay, Kenansville. I almost just said Weewahitchika because it sounded country, but that's up in the Panhandle. I lived there for a while. Weewa, we called it. But it doesn't matter, and that's what I want you guys to know. My goal is to fix any question that you may have that ultimately could keep you safe, and that's my job. That's what keeps me motivated to hop in this truck and talk to you guys, even though there's no one in here to talk back. So I appreciate you guys coming on this ride. Tony sent me out here. Not sure where Tony is from, but obviously he's a viewer here in our area. Tony, I appreciate you. He was talking about the question about the two lights on Landstreet at Orange Avenue as you approach the area. And yeah, you've got to treat them independently and follow the rules as you would do for any traffic situation. So thanks for tuning in on this Trooper Steve on patrol. I'm so glad we were able to get out here with time and truly show what we were looking for here, because there's some situations where I get out there and I can't find anything. Like the viewer who sent me to Major and Universal. There was no U-turn sign anywhere, girl. So if you got it, send me pictures too so I can understand and have a little bit of a reference. But tune in to News 6 at 9. We had an amazing pop-up yesterday. If you're looking for anything, or for Results One to come and visit your town, reach out to me directly. I operate all my social media accounts independently, and of course email. You can reach out to News 6. They'll get me the memo, but we want to meet you. We want to see you. We want to keep you safe. This stuff's all avoidable. It blows my mind that you guys want someone like me doing stuff like this. So guys, have an amazing Thursday. Keep it safe out there, and you know, teamwork. It even makes your traffic experience that much better while cruising around. And please, no matter what, always wear your seatbelt. Have a great day, guys. Be blessed. Drive safely.